just my luck that a company that I'd planned on making a video on but didn't make a video on goes out of business.
That's it. That's my intro.
Hi, I'm Amanda, you're watching Swell Entertainment, and today we are talking about Smile Direct Club, or Direct to You Invisalign, essentially. And yes, the intro is correct. I was going to make a Smile Direct Club. Smile Direct Club. Why do I want to add an I in there? I have no idea. Smile Direct Club, okay? It's the purple company with literal, they send you the things, you do it. I did all that for a video. Started in 2021. It was supposed to come out in 2022. I never did the video. Why? I just didn't want to. It would just, okay, we'll talk. But first, let me tell you about the sponsor for today's video, Aura. Have you ever Googled yourself? Like, actually right now, go to the computer and type in your name, Google yourself, and have you ever been shocked at the amount of your personal information that is available online that you didn't put there, okay? It's not on your Instagram, it's not in a selfie, it's like your home address, it's your full phone number. Data brokers are making a fortune off of your personal information, selling it to robocallers, spammers, and anyone else who might want to know your personal information. The thing is that data brokers legally have to remove your information if you ask them to. However, they make it incredibly difficult to do so, and that's where Aura comes in. Aura will not only identify these data brokers, but they will submit automatic opt-out requests on your behalf, and so you don't have to do any of that work. But Aura does so much to protect you and your family from online threats that you can't see, all in one app. Parental controls, antivirus, VPN, password management, identity theft insurance, and so much more. And you get it all at one affordable price. Let Aura do the work of keeping you safe online. Aura.com/swell to get started with a 14-day free trial. Even just by setting up your account, you can see if any of your personal information has been compromised. Go to aura.com/swell, click the link in the description box, or click the QR code that's been on screen. Thank you to Aura for sponsoring this video. You know how great it would be? It always is, okay, when I have a video on something, the bonus, the leap in views that those videos get, it doesn't matter how old they are. When that company eventually folds, those videos get a lot of views. If I had done a video about what I thought about their business model prior to all this, shmoney, baby, shmoney. But yes, 2 years ago, I placed an order for Smile Direct Club. And funny enough, I actually turned down a sponsorship for Byte, okay, which was a different Invisalign type company. Okay, I don't know if they're still in operation. I turned them down because they wanted 2 full videos, which I don't do dedicated videos for brand deals. So that was never going to happen. And 2, I was already working on this video and I figured I could at least get 1 video out of it. But Smile Direct Club was literally you basically buy an at-home kit to try and fix your smile. Now I know what you're thinking, Amanda, you have a great smile. That's not just me being shitty. I've done braces. I have had braces before. I had braces for about a year when I was a junior in high school. Got them off right before senior pictures. And I wore my bands religiously and I adjusted my teeth. I probably could have had them on longer, but I wanted them off. And then I also had a retainer and a permanent retainer on the bottom of my teeth, which I did end up getting taken off. Once I moved to LA, I went back to my orthodontist and I was like, it broke again. It's cutting my tongue. Take it out. And he was like, but you're supposed to leave it in. Your teeth are going to shift. I was like, I don't care. Get it out. I talk too much for this to be in my mouth constantly. So I got to take it out. Side note, if you want to get it taken out, you can demand it be taken out. It's your mouth. It's your body. Get it taken out if you want it. So I did that for a while. And then I was like, okay, you know, Smile Direct Club and all that. They did a couple of brand deals. They were advertised a lot. A couple of you guys requested it, so I ordered from them. Now, it's a big commitment. Part of the reason that I wanted to do Smile Direct Club is that these 2 teeth, my eye teeth, my canines right up here, I believe, we call them my fangs. If it weren't for these 2 little shits right here, probably never would have needed braces because I was a little baby growing up when it came to pain. And so I left my baby teeth in for a startlingly long amount of time when they were probably ready to come out because I didn't want to deal with the pain of pulling them out. So what would happen is that I would leave my baby teeth in and then my other teeth would grow out around them. Body horror 101. Yeah. So these teeth grew in super high up here and I looked like I had fangs. Most of my other teeth grew in normally in spite of all of that. They were a little crowded, but that's just because I have big teeth and big gums and tiny white girl lips. So I ended up getting braces for a bit and took them off. And then my teeth had shifted a little bit, but also something that I don't like about my teeth is that they're actually not center. My teeth are slightly shifted to one side, but my teeth had shifted obviously slightly since I stopped wearing a retainer and since I had moved, and my teeth hadn't shifted a lot, but just enough. And I was like, okay, I can do a review. I can see if there's any noticeable change. More than anything, I wanted to review the process for you guys. Now, this is where I'm bad at parts of my job, because there's a lot of parts about my job that I could be better at, and this is one of them. I should have just messaged them. I should have reached out. I should have said, hey, I'll do a video or something, but I don't like doing that when I want to do a full review of something, okay? And I wanted to do a full review of Smile Direct Club. So I paid. Partially financed my new smile. Total payment amount, $2,134. I did it for you. And then the video never came out. Okay, but basically, that was August of 2021 that I paid that, okay? Or I started financing that. I paid a good chunk of it down, but I did finance it because that was when money was a little all over the place that year. Okay, money was weird. It was my first year living in my own place. Okay, I was a little worried. And I think at this point in time, at the end of this past year, I think I finally have it all paid off. I just kind of took my time with that. Not long after is when I got sent my kit, and I should still have all of this footage. So we're going to include some of it at the very least of me getting my box, trying to do some of the teeth impressions. It's just as awful at home as it is at the orthodontist, by the way. These at-home kits where you do the molds yourself, they suck. It does feel like you're gonna throw up. I don't recommend it.
Finally got my Smile Direct Club liners. They're like, there's a weird dust on this, but still. Open for a lifetime supply of confidence. So we've got this up here. Here's what we're looking at. Welcome to the club. I'm just doing this so that I can use both my hands. Start your new smile. So I'm supposed to download the app and do the quick start guide and get that all figured out. To check your fit, nice and snug, good. Show off your smile, future web superstar.
Basically, it's a big box. You pull out one strip, and it's got all the stuff with it, including your box for later. So like everything that you're going to need comes in the one box, which is nice. There's a lot of issues about Smile Direct Club we're going to talk about with them failing, okay? But as far as like getting everything in one go, it's pretty great versus some companies that I've heard of where they don't give you all of the trays, the actual Invisaligns in one go. You get them after a certain point. I got everything, including my retainers at the end in this first delivery, which I thought was very good. And along with the app and all that, it tells you how long to wear them and all this stuff. And I'm annoying, so I would only wear them when I slept. And I failed. I didn't even do the video because I failed at doing the video. Okay, I did bad. I did not do good because I am a goblin. Okay, and something I have to put in my mouth every single night. I have to remember to do that. I don't have time.
Hi. So technically, I am supposed to be on week 3, but I am still on the week 2 aligner. Fucked up, okay? I've been very bad about wearing the week 2 ones because at the end of the day, I talk for a living. And so the fact that I can take these out, I do take them out to film and talk on the phone and do acting classes. And when I have to go meet someone for a meal or I talk to someone, I take them out and I forget. And so I went to Flagstaff for a couple of days, and I left these in my car at my dad's girlfriend's house while I went to another state. So, fucked up there. And so now I need to get back to wearing these. So I'm probably going to wear these for like another 4 or 5 days. Because I have to be wearing them for 22 hours a day. They don't hurt. When I first put them in a little bit, they hurt. But again, it's mainly my rock molars because they're moving. I forgot how uncomfortable it is when your teeth are shifting. My teeth are at least holding their shape a little bit, but I'm just going to wear these for a little longer just to make sure before I move on to the next set.
I could not do a full, proper review the way that I would like to do with the way that I ended up my experience with Smile Direct Club. But I had paid for the product. I was paying off the product. I was going to continue to do that with or without the video. I got a couple of restructuring emails from them. Oh, I'm sorry. I was wrong. My retainers had not come. It wasn't until June 11th of 2022 when I got sent my retainers. That's weird. I totally thought they were in the same box.
I have to put this in and then take photos. So I'm going to put this in and then I'm going to show you what I look like. And then I'm going to turn off the camera and take the photos. I fucking hate this. So as you can see, these are shifting just a little bit. And then these are a problem teeth. Wow, this is hilarious. Wow. Ow.
Smile Direct customers, restructuring notice. As you likely have seen on September 29, 2023, Smile Direct Club Inc. and certain of its affiliates voluntarily filed for protection under Chapter 11 of the U.S. Bankruptcy Code in the U.S. Bankruptcy Court, the Texas legal jargon. As part of the restructuring process, we are required to distribute certain legal documents to various stakeholders, including customers, during the case. These notices are customary to the process and are intended to keep stakeholders informed of the restructuring process. Linked here and here, you will find two of those documents, the notice of commencement and the order of complex case treatment. Importantly, these documents do not change anything about your current relationship with Smile Direct Club and do not require any action on your part. To be clear, Smile Direct Clubs intends to continue to operate and serve our customers to the normal course, and we are committed to continuing to provide safe, convenient, and effective oral care to our customers. Your prescribing dentist or orthodontist and our customer care and dental teams will continue to be available. Our lifetime Smile guarantee remains in place. Smile Pay customers are required to continue to make all monthly payments until payment has been made in full. So that was the 6th. We got another one on the 24th. And another one on the 30th. Now, when you go to the Smile Direct Club website, it just brings you to their customer FAQ. Smile Direct Club has made the incredibly difficult decision to wind down its global operations effective immediately. For new customers interested in Smile Direct services, thank you for your interest, but aligner treatment is no longer available through our telehealth platform. For existing customers, we apologize for the inconvenience, but customer care support is no longer available. Thank you for your support and letting us improve over 2 million smiles and lives. I placed an order for Smile Direct Club aligners, but I've not received yet my aligners. What should I do? Unfortunately, aligner treatment is no longer available through the Smile Direct Club platform. Funny enough, I did finish paying off everything at the last possible second because it was just on a credit card, so it was an auto pay. Is the lifetime guarantee still in place? No. Effective immediately, the lifetime Smile guarantee no longer exists. It's just funny. It's not funny, but it is funny, okay? I'm fine. I'm worried about people who, they truly thought that this was their affordable way to getting their teeth straightened out. That's who I'm worried about. Because, the monthly payment, so for what I paid, basically, it was about $88 a month. That's lower than what a lot of orthos charge, okay? And so there's people who did this because they thought it was the affordable option, and now they are out that money, and they're going to have to fight to get those payment plans canceled because they did a different payment plan company. Oh, they still have their Amazon store. You motherfuckers. So some items are still available. Some things are currently unavailable. Their toothbrush is unavailable. They have one left in stock, so they're just letting their stock run out. This is from cnet.com, written by Jessica Randall. This is from December 15th. The Smile Direct Club shut down. What we know about payments and finding new treatment. The company offered a mail order approach to straighter teeth, but some customers have been left in the middle of treatment and with remaining balances. It's a little funny that mine timed perfectly. I'm sorry. Was it me? Was I the one that you guys hoped were going to be the last saving grace to save the company? Because that would be a little funny. This isn't funny, but that in and of itself would be kind of funny. That I made my payment finally, and then you guys were like, oh God, we can't keep the lights on. Invisible aligners have become a popular teeth straightening treatment in recent years because clear aligners are a more subtle alternative to traditional orthodontic services. Remote companies like Smile Direct Club don't require an in-person appointments, in contrast with companies like Invisalign, which requires some in-person appointments and fittings with a doctor. But Smile Direct Club has been accused of some unfair practices, including in a lawsuit alleging the company made unsatisfied patients sign NDAs, according to different media reports. Never do that shit, by the way. Shortly after its bankruptcy filing and before its shutdown, the company was still running discounts on upfront payments. Axios reported, encouraging more patients to make full payments rather than monthly installments. Oh, so that's what it was. So maybe it was my payment plan that threw them out. Maybe that was it. I could have made the full payment. I just decided against it because I knew that the video was going to take time to make, obviously, which is why I did the payment plan versus the one lump fee. And I was like, the interest for me, I think it was a total of $100 added on top of the total payment based on what I saw. And even now looking at the amount, it was basically $100. So I was like, I'm fine with that on top of it. I think it's fine. HFD said that it was hopeful Smile Direct Club will come up with a plan to offer support to customers and maintain existing treatment plans. But accounts have been transferred to a new creditor, and failure to make payments will result in your account going to collections, which hurts your credit score. Sometimes when you have medical debt, they don't want to deal with collections, so they sell it to individual creditors, And then they try and come after you for paying that debt because they basically bought your debt for like pennies on the dollar or something like that. And so one of the ways you can potentially get out of it, this does not work in any case, this is not financial advice, I've just been told this, is that you can say, what is that debt for? Which they can't do because the information is protected because it's medical information. I think. I don't know if the same counts for your teeth. If you basically say like, oh, I want a detailed list of what I am exactly owed, because they can sell your debt, they can't really sell what it's about, if that makes sense. Like they can sell your balance, like, oh, I am owed X amount of money, but they can't say exactly what it's for because technically it's medical debt, is my understanding, even though dental insurance is different than health insurance. I don't know, I could be talking out of my butt right now, okay? But I thought that might be something. I don't think it would work here. Didn't finish your treatment, consulting a doctor or dentist should be your next step. I agree. If you did start working on this was also something that I did note as well. When I started doing the shift for my teeth, even as someone who brushes my teeth like 2 to 3 times a day at minimum, because I have big teeth, I gotta take care of these little shits. When I started doing this at home, I don't know what the deal is, but I actually saw some differences in the buildup of the plaque on my teeth to the point that it did cause slight damage to my gums, apparently, according to my dentist. Nothing drastic, nothing horrible. You know, I didn't need a root canal or anything. They did clean my shit really well and made sure of it. But they went in and checked and I was like, oh, could this be why? And they said, probably not, but it probably also is. Basically, I don't know, okay? So the first thing you should do is go to an actual dentist at the very least, if you even just started your treatment or anything like that, just to get your stuff at least looked at, okay? But especially if you haven't fully gotten all of your aligners or your retainers, to be like, what can I do now? Because I'm being screwed dentally, okay? Let's go with that. That's probably your best bet. There's another article I will link in the description box for an Associated Press article about Smile Direct Club shutting down. I think it's saying most of the same things that I'm already talking about, so I don't want to repeat myself too much, but I'll link it down below as well. But I wanted to make this video, one, to talk about my own experience with Smile Direct Club, and also just talk about like what I had experienced, because though I didn't feel that it was a good idea to make a video at the time, I think it's important to talk about this, especially as there are people who will not get that final step. Now that I know for certain that my retainers were sent separately, I just didn't remember that part because, again, this was 2022 now. We are now in 2024. I do want to make sure that I am wholeheartedly encouraging you to go to an orthodontist and getting your teeth looked at, having a dentist look at your teeth and make sure that things are moving correctly, or that you are getting the dental attention that you may need from working with Smile Direct Club. Not that just by using their products you cause damage to your teeth. Don't try and get me. I'm not going to be the one, Smile Direct Club, that like suing me is not going to help you get out of your bankruptcy. Trust me, I don't have that type of money. Based on my own experiences, I would say that it was possibly the aligners that caused the slight damage to my gums, okay? Just based on using them the way that I did, okay? Who knows? At the very least, you should go and see a dental professional or an ortho professional. I think that's the same thing in my brain. Go see a teeth doctor. As far as money situation goes, if you paid in full, contact your bank. At the very least, something, okay? If you were on the payment plan, at least file a claim, report something to the company that was handling the money, okay? At least email them something so you at least have a paper trail that you tried, okay? That's what I would recommend, because there have been, I don't know if this would help, but at the very least, it can't hurt to have a record that you at least questioned, you requested money back, that you asked for next steps as for what you can do to get your money back, X, Y, and Z, okay? Have a record, an email record with a timestamp on it. We'll see what happens. It looks like they have I'm seeing 2 different dates. I'm seeing one that says January they have a filing, and then I'm seeing one that says in March they have a date. So we'll see when that ends up happening, but it could be a long time before we see people start to get their refunds for their payment plans and all of that. And unfortunately, I don't think that this is going to be the last direct-to-consumer company that we see crash and burn in the next year or two, honestly. In theory, the business model works. In longevity, we haven't seen it work, if that makes sense, for a lot of cases. So I guess that's just kind of a wait and see type of thing at this point. Anyways, that's going to be it. Did you ever buy from Smile Direct Club? Do you remember when I talked about Smile Direct Club and passing on Instagram stories or what have you? Are you mad I never made an initial Smile Direct Club video? Are you annoyed that I paid off my Smile Direct Club apparently right before all this started. Let me know, comment down below. Reminder, I have a podcast. Reminder that Swell Entertainment is now available on Spotify. Reminder, I now stream on Twitch. Reminder, I have merch. Shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for supporting me on Patreon. If you'd also like to support me on Patreon, left down below. Like to follow me on social media. It'll be up here. That's gonna be it. Have a lovely day. Goodbye. I don't have an outro clip, so cheese.
Dira, Amy, Andrew, Angel, Aslan, Cameron, Corey, Donnie, Elliot, Glenn, Goth, Jasmine, Kenny, Lauren, Literal, Madeline, Mae West, Medic, Micah, Michael, Nathan, Palace, Pink, QWERTY, Rachel, Randy, Robert, Rosie, Ryan, Sam, Skylar, Tasha, Tenzin, Thomas, Heavenly, Victor, Winter, Zwink.